Welcome to ChampionsHeart. You can't play boxing. Featuring boxing addict Johnny Farace and friends from superfans to superstars. Let's roll.
Hey, boxing fans. Today is Monday, June 22nd, and I have with me to talk some boxing, Hall of Fame publicist, Mr. Marc Abrams.
How you doing, man? See Boxing Hall of Fame? Here it is, right here.
It is representing his hall. What's up, man? How are you?
Doing good. Yourself?
I'm doing well, man. I'm doing well. Let's get into talking some boxing. We actually have a little something to talk about. We have experienced our first couple weeks of fanless boxing. Thank you, Top Rank Boxing. Give me your report. What do you think?
Been good so far. Obviously, it's been a couple upsets on the show. Some prospects have been highlighted, and some other fighters have, like Shakur Stevenson, have kind of furthered themselves in their career. The other night we had Navarrete debut at featherweight. We had Shakur debut at junior lightweight on the first show. So yeah, it's been a mixture of everything. It's been pretty good so far.
Great. How would you rate that competitiveness, understanding, obviously, how hard it is to even put these fights together to begin with?
I think it's been okay. I mean, there's certain, obviously I think there's certain restrictions, maybe budget-wise, but I think the fights have been okay. Like I said, there's been a mixture of everything. There's, been some one-side fights. I mean, we expect that, and say in the Stevenson fights.
There's also been some upsets, though, too.
And then they've also had some prospects who've been highlighted. I know Robesi Ramirez, they had him on. He's trying to, kind of right himself from that loss. In fact, I think he's going to be rematching the guy who defeated him in his opening contest, Jared Anderson, the heavyweight Guido Vianello. I think Sonny Canto's fighting later this week. So, yeah, I mean, it's like I said, I think these fight cards have a little bit of everything for everyone.
Joshua Greer got upset by Mike Plania. That was a great
Correct.
fight.
Good effort by Plania. A lot of times, I study some trends. Sometimes, even gambling trends, where a lot of money came on Plania the day of the fight. There had to be a reason for that. Fight was bet down from 12-1 to about 4-1 or 3-1. So somebody knew something. And as Lee Corso, the college football analyst, would say, if somebody knows something, I'm going with somebody.
I felt Gabe Flores was in tough, too. I felt he was in really tough in that fight. I think Jose Perez did a great job hanging in there.
Yeah, I mean, Flores, so far, he really hasn't established himself as a big puncher, and you figured, the fight could possibly go some rounds. And, he's still a little bit of ways. I don't think he's ready for a title shot just yet. I mean, he's in the same division as Teofimo Lopez, and, if you want to compare those guys, I mean, right now it's night and day. But Flores, he's still a young kid, and he's, Top Rank's the best at this. They just got to be patient with him, and they'll get him to a spot where he'll, be able to excel when it's time for that major step-up fight.
What do you grade Top Rank so far?
Solid B.
Nice.
I mean, solid B. I mean, and considering what they're going through with, they've had at least, one positive test almost on every show, whether it was a manager that knocked out their last main event with LePierre and Pedraza, or Michaela Mayer, which turned out to be, I guess, a false positive for a fight with Helen Joseph. And, a couple undercard fights had to be scrapped due to some positive tests. So, considering what they're going through, a real solid B, maybe trending towards a B+.
I'll go with you on that. So, all right, previewing what's upcoming this week, we have a couple fights this week, actually, a title fight, a minor title fight, Jamal Andrew Molony.
Yeah, I don't know if he's defending his world title, but the Molony twins, they're highlighting one's going to be Tuesday night, one's going to be Thursday night. It's going to be very interesting to see how they look, being that this is going to be their debuts here in the United States. They've really taken Australia by storm, and they have some good intangibles. I mean, they can fight, but they also have some good intangibles going for themselves, as well as they're twins. yeah, it's a good background story. They can, get the United States fans behind them, and they both have bright futures.
And this week is actually capped off by a Saturday night show. We got Miguel Grilchev this week. Is his title up for this week?
It's similar to what Navarrete had the other night, in the sense that, Zanfer, which co-promotes both those two great Mexican fighters, they have a relationship with the Azteca Studios in Mexico City, so they're able to put on their own famous fights, and obviously there's a relationship between Zanfer and Top Rank, and there's two fighters with Top Rank, so it's a good way to showcase Burchell this coming Saturday night, and Emmanuel Navarrete, who fought and won on Saturday night.
Right on. Well, speaking about winning right now, Top Rank is winning. What are the other guys up to?
Well, from what I understand, I think we're going to hear about a PBC show for July 25th with Jamal James. He's taking on a veteran fighter, escapes you right now. So they're going to be doing a fight somewhere out in LA, maybe one of the studios that Fox has a relationship with, a Fox type studio. I'm hearing that maybe Showtime's going to get back in the mix at the end of July. Matchroom, I'm hearing in August. They may start announcing some of their English shows this week. And Frank Morin actually announced a couple of shows last week that are going to happen in early July.
Excellent. To give you the report from Florida, we have finalized a card for July 25th in Hialeah at the Gulfstream Casino. That one's going. Christy Martin also has a show down here, I believe, on July 18th in Central Florida.
Yes.
So Florida's been going pretty well as well.
Well, it's been going pretty well maybe in boxing, but, obviously we see the numbers going up the last week with the viruses. So let's just hope they come down and, these shows take off. I think what you guys are doing and what Christy Martin's doing, I think it's great. I think people need to kind of start getting back to their life, and let's just hope that these numbers kind of come down like they have so far, knock on wood, and where I'm at, the New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania area.
Right. Well, what else is the news going on up in that area in terms of the promotional companies up there? Is there anybody looking to put anything on?
I mean, obviously, shows can happen, but I think, with Top Rank, they're going to stick with their home base in Las Vegas, and it makes sense for PBC to go with studios, the Fox studios. We'll see what Showtime, when they get back into it, what they plan to do, and I fully expect them to get back into it within the next month or so. So remains to be seen, and as the summer months go by, hopefully at some point, I know Bob Arum mentioned that he would like to do the Lopez fight with Lomachenko with a crowd, and hopefully, it's very optimistic thinking, and I guess that's the way we have to think now, is optimistically, but that remains to be seen.
Lopez Lomachenko still shooting for September
19th, I think, was a date that I possibly read.
What do you think of Jamie Foxx playing Mike Tyson?
Yeah, good choice. Jamie Foxx he's a great actor. So, and he's done many Mike Tyson impressions over the year. I actually just saw Tyson say, quote, he's all 40, thinks Jamie Foxx is going to do a great job. So if it's okay with Mike, it's good with me then.
Nice. You got to go with Mike, right?
Yep.
Got to go with Mike. What's going on with Fury and Joshua? I know they agreed to 2 fights next year, and I was hearing something lately about one of the guys that was in the middle of the contracting of it.
No, I don't see that. I think they're talking about the gentleman Daniel Kinnelon with MTK. I read some articles. I think those fights will happen, provided these both Wilder and Joshua, Fury and Joshua. Mm-hmm. Fury gets past Wilder, and Joshua gets by Kubrat Pulev, which will happen sometime later in the fall. So if those two fighters come out victorious, there will be, I believe, that those 2 fights will happen.
Well, that would definitely make for an epic career for Fury, getting through all that.
Yeah.
Not saying he's the one that's going to, but I like the track that he's heading for there. Yeah, definitely so. All right, Mark. What else you hearing in the boxing world? Anything else? Any other headlines? I know, Top Rank kind of has a cap on things right now while we're slowly opening.
No, that's pretty much it. And I think we'll slowly start hearing and seeing the other promoters kind of dip their toes in the water and, maybe try to put on some smaller shows and whatnot. Thompson Boxing just announced a show that they're going to be streaming live with Michael Dutchover. It'll be a 3-fight card on July 26th, a nice Sunday night effort that they're going to put forth. So, I think slowly but surely a lot of these promoters are going to, be back in business.
Glad to hear it. Thompson Boxing, where's that going to be? Where's that site?
That's going to be in Orange, California.
Beautiful. What's the date on
Ontario.
that?
July 26th.
Keep that in mind. My father lives there.
There you go.
Yeah,
right in Ontario, California.
Beautiful. Glad to hear that, Mark. Always glad to hear from you, my man. We're going to move on, keep watching some boxing. I'm going to catch up with you, as always, my brother. So until next time, dream big, live large, and love life, brother.
Thank you. You too. I'll talk to you soon.
Yes, sir.